The doll that moved by itself. Imagine coming home after a long day, only to find that an ordinary doll you inherited from a relative is doing something utterly inexplicable, moving from one spot to another without any human intervention. Today, I bring you the eerie story of a doll that, in 1970, defied the boundaries between the inanimate and the supernatural, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions and spine-chilling evidence. In 1970, an abandoned house on the outskirts of a small town became the unlikely stage for a phenomenon that has haunted those who dare to recall its details. Once a modest dwelling that had seen better days, the house had long been forgotten by the local community. Its crumbling walls and overgrown gardens were a testament to time and neglect. It was in this desolate environment that the doll was discovered, a porcelain relic that, despite its delicate appearance, would soon become the center of a mystery that baffled even the most skeptical minds. The story begins when a group of local scavengers, intrigued by the eerie silence that seemed to pervade the house, ventured inside. Among the remnants of broken furniture and faded photographs lay a small, antique doll. Its glassy eyes and cracked features hinted at a past steeped in history and sorrow. Initially, it seemed like any other forgotten toy left behind by time, but soon the doll revealed a secret that would challenge our understanding of the natural world. When new owners took over the abandoned property, they began to notice oddities that defied logical explanation. At first, it was small details, a slight tilt of the doll's head here, a barely perceptible shift in its position there. Dismissing these occurrences as tricks of the light or the product of an overactive imagination, the residents carried on with their daily routines. However, as nights turned into weeks, the inexplicable movements grew bolder and more frequent. In the quiet darkness of the night, whispers of uncertainty gave way to an undeniable truth. This doll was not content to remain static. It was during these unsettling nights that the first real evidence emerged. The new owners installed security, cameras, hoping to catch any signs of trespassers or wild animals responsible for the disturbances. What the cameras captured, however, was something far more disturbing. A small figure, unmistakably the doll, moving with an eerie semblance of purpose. The footage showed the doll slowly traversing the room, pausing as if in silent contemplation, before resuming its measured journey through the house. Every frame of the recording was a chilling reminder that sometimes the line between the ordinary and the extraordinary is frighteningly thin. I have to admit, as someone who has always approached paranormal stories with a healthy dose of skepticism, the sheer detail and consistency of these events compelled me to take notice. There is a rare kind of terror that comes not from the fear of the unknown, but from the realization that the unknown might be lurking right in our midst, an inanimate object inexplicably animated by forces beyond our comprehension. The doll's movements were not random, they were deliberate, as if guided by an unseen hand with a clear, albeit sinister, intent. Those who witnessed its behavior described it as having a quiet intelligence, almost as though it were aware of the observers. In one instance, a resident recounted how the doll had been seen standing near a doorway, its eyes fixed in a direction that suggested it was waiting for something or someone to arrive. The unsettling nature of this behavior led many to question whether the doll was a mere object or a vessel for something more malevolent. Adding another layer to the mystery, the doll's eerie activity took a dramatic turn when an attempt was made to rid the house of its influence. In a desperate bid to end the disturbances, the new owners decided to burn the doll, hoping that fire might be a purifying force capable of banishing the unnatural presence that haunted their home. But the outcome was far from what anyone expected. As the doll burned, a series of strange, almost surreal stains began to appear on the surrounding walls. These marks, reminiscent of dark, twisting figures, seemed to pulsate with an energy that was both hypnotic and deeply unsettling. It was as though the act of burning had not destroyed the entity at all, but rather unleashed it in a form that was even more insidious. I find myself reflecting on the symbolic nature of this episode. Fire has long been revered as a cleansing element in countless cultural rituals, a means to rid oneself of evil and bring forth renewal. Yet here, instead of purging the malevolent force, the flames seem to transform it, leaving behind evidence that its presence was neither easily extinguished nor banished by conventional means. This paradox raises questions about the true nature of the doll and the possibility that some forces, once awakened, defy the laws of nature and human intervention. The events surrounding the doll have sparked debates among paranormal investigators, skeptics, and believers alike. On one hand, there are those who argue that the entire episode could be explained by psychological phenomena, an intricate blend of suggestion, stress, and the power of the human mind to perceive movement where there is none. On the other hand, there is a growing body of evidence suggesting that what was witnessed transcends mere trickery. The security camera footage, in particular, stands as a silent, unyielding testament to the doll's inexplicable behavior. A piece of technology that records facts, immune to the subjective whims of human perception. My personal view on this matter is that while our modern understanding of physics and our psychology might eventually shed light on such occurrences, there remains an element of the unknown that defies categorization. It is in these uncharted territories that legends are born, and perhaps this doll is a relic of an era when the boundary between our world and something beyond was perilously thin. The mystery of the doll that moved by itself continues to linger in the collective consciousness, serving as a reminder that some stories, no matter how rationally explained, carry with them an undeniable aura of the inexplicable. What is particularly fascinating about this case is how it taps into our deepest fears and curiosities. The idea that an object, a doll, often associated with childhood innocence, could become a conduit for something far more sinister plays on the most basic of human emotions. It forces us to confront the possibility that even the most benign objects in our lives may harbor secrets that we are ill-equipped to understand. This thought alone is enough to send a shiver down the spine of even the most hardened skeptic. As time has passed, the story of the moving doll has taken on a life of its own, evolving into a modern urban legend. It has been recounted in hushed tones around campfires, debated in online forums, and featured in numerous paranormal documentaries. Despite the passing of decades, the mystery remains unsolved. Its origins and true nature still a subject of fervent discussion. For some, it is simply a spooky tale, a narrative woven from the threads of folklore and amplified by the eerie glow of candlelight. For others, it is a genuine encounter with a phenomenon that challenges the very fabric of our understanding of reality. In my view, whether one subscribes to the notion of the supernatural or leans toward a more rational explanation, the story of the doll that moved by itself is a captivating reminder of the power of mystery. It urges us to question the boundaries of what we accept as normal, to remain open to the possibility that there are forces at work in the world that defy easy explanation. There is a certain beauty in this ambiguity, a space where fear, wonder, and curiosity intertwine to create a narrative that is as much about the human condition as it is about the paranormal. Now, as we approach the conclusion of this tale, I want to leave you with a thought. Sometimes, the most compelling stories are not those that provide all the answers, but those that leave us with more questions than we had before. The mystery of the moving doll invites us to explore the unknown, to challenge our perceptions, and perhaps most importantly, to acknowledge that not everything in life can be neatly explained by logic or science. If you found this story as intriguing, and unsettling as I did, then please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you join a community of curious minds who aren't afraid to delve into the mysteries of the world, no matter how dark or inexplicable they might be. Your support helps us continue to explore and share these captivating stories that challenge our understanding of reality. Thank you for listening, and remember, sometimes the most ordinary objects hide the most extraordinary secrets. Stay curious, stay brave, and until next time, keep questioning the world around you.